Do you struggle with the third tone?
Well, don't worry. In this video, we'll share everything you need to know about the third tone and make it so much easier for you to learn.
One of the challenges I faced when I first started learning Mandarin was getting my head around tones, particularly the third tone. That's considered the most difficult one among all 4 tones because of its low pitch and how it changes in certain contexts. Luckily, we have Maria here to help us.
Yes, so I actually wrote my PhD dissertation on the second and the third tone. I've taught Mandarin for more than 12 years in universities.
Yeah, so she knows a bit about this topic, so let's dig in. The third tone is also called tone 3, and it's often described as a dip and rising tone.
Exactly. So in linguistics, numbers 1 to 5 are used to indicate a person's pitch range. 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest. Based on how we show the pitch contour or pitch change, the third tone starts relatively low at number 2, dips down to 1, and then finally rise up to 3 or 4. So that's why tone 3 is often represented as 2, 1, 4. It goes down and then come up.
Because the third tone has more pitch movement than any other tones in Mandarin, it makes getting it right a bit more difficult. In fact, I found out later as I was learning Mandarin, the third tone is rarely fully pronounced. I know what you're thinking, you're like, wait, what? Don't worry, we're going to show you what that means. When used in isolation in characters such as
How?
tone 3 is pronounced fully as a dip and a rising tone. Here we have a spectrum of how, and the pink line shows the pitch contour. You see it dipping and then rising from the pink line.
However, as we know, most of the time, words and syllables are rarely used in isolation. When tone 3 occurs in context with other tones and other syllables, it usually got simplified and becomes shorter. Many native speakers actually shorten or get rid of the rising part at the end entirely. So in linguistics, we often use 2-1 to show only the low tone without the rising part.
So if we look at examples such as 喝水, shui is a third tone, and as you can see from the pink line, the pitch goes down and stops there. So like we said before, in isolation, you might do the whole 2, 1, 4, but when it's with another character, you just do 2, 1, shui. You don't go shui.
喝水. And so when the third tone is pronounced as a low tone, it usually has a low, creaky voice, like when we say,
Selfie you guys do about it. Time, no, line, decade ago.
And you can sometimes see that from the spectrograms. So the pink line in 喝水 becomes very choppy after the dip, right?
So let's do it one more time. 喝水.
Yeah, so it's all creaky and stays down there. Shui. Okay, so what happens when there are 2 third tones together?
Well, let's try to pronounce 可以 in third tones.
可以.
Well, isn't it difficult to pronounce 2 third tones together?
Yeah, it's quite slow. 可以. So when you actually have 2 third tones together, the first one ends up sounding like a second tone. So actually it would sound like 可以.
Right, so you only retain the rising part. So here is a spectrogram of 可以. As you can see, for the first syllable, we see the pink line for 可 has a very dominant rising part. So the dipping part is almost omitted. And so it really sounds like a second tone, a rising tone. However, 以 remains a third tone with a very low creaky quality. 以.
So what happens when you have 3 third tones in a row?
Right? So in this case, we'll need to see where the word boundary is. So for example, let's look at 很勇敢, right? You have 勇敢, 很 is a word, and then 勇敢, brave, is another word. And so the word boundary lies between 很 and 勇敢.
So if you like math, obviously 3 third tones is 3, 3, 3. But then all together, it becomes 3, 2, 3. So 很勇敢.
So let's look at another example. 展览馆.
Okay, that's a bit like a tongue twister. So that we got 3 third tones. 展览馆.
right? So the word boundary actually occurs between 展览 and 馆, and so the tone changes happens within a word first, right? So that's within 展览. So the first syllable 展览, 展 will become a rising tone, which is a second tone. And then when you put 馆 at the end, then 蓝 is still a third tone, right? So 蓝 will become a second tone as well. So the tone would be
2, 2, 2, 3.
2, 2, 3, exactly. It will be 展览馆.
Okay, so yeah. 展览馆.
That's right.
So tone change rules can be very daunting at first, but don't worry because it's a spoken rule which is there to aid speaking and make it as fluid as possible. These aren't strict rules. You never write the pinyin and use a second tone for a third tone character. It just helps with pronunciation. And if you use Skritter, we have a lot of audio feedback recorded by native speakers. So a lot of these characters that have multiple third tones, you'll just learn them implicitly.
To sum it up, the third tone is only pronounced fully as a dip and rise tone in isolation, such as 好.
So that's the 2, 1, 4 pitch thingy.
2, 1, 4.
Next up, the third tone is frequently pronounced as a low tone with a creaky voice.
Selfie, you guys do.
So when two third tones occur together, the first one becomes a second tone, such as 可以.
And then finally, word boundaries are important. So just find the word boundary and then just follow the rules that you've learned in this video.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share with others.
And go download the Skritter app using the links below to start your free trial, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.